We cannot protect ourselves in the ultimate sense. Therefore, people are in anxiety. No matter how many insurance policies, no matter how many guns, no matter how many fences and dogs and so many things we have, no matter how big our nuclear bombs may be, or our military stronghold may be, there is anxiety amongst mankind. There's an underlying fear, anxiety. But there is a cure to fear. Everyone is searching actually for a cure for fear. Everyone is trying to deal with their problems, so many problems. They have so many methods of trying to deal with your fears and your anxieties, your lamentations, your unhappinesses. This is all part of the same element of fear. In other words, dissatisfaction of mind. Everyone is trying to deal with this dissatisfaction of mind through various modes. Some people smoke it to try to find some peace of mind. Other people try to take up some philosophical ideas, join some religious group or something like that. But we're all trying to deal with the dissatisfaction of the mind. But Krishna says here that if you learn this art of bhakti yoga, immediately you will be free from all fear. It is a result of your devotion expressed to God through the works you perform. We were describing in our last session that actually the nature of the living being is that he is spiritual. And spiritual means ananda, maya vyashat. God is full of bliss. The living being should also be full of bliss. The spark has heat and light because the fire has heat and light. So what the fire has, the spark must also have. What is there within God must be there also within his parts and parcels. So we're also part and parcel of the Supreme, like a spark to the fire. So the very nature of God is he's full of joy. There's no anxiety in God's life. Do you think so? No. I don't think God has any anxieties. He's full of joy. Actually, if there's any anxiety, the anxiety is how to help us get out of this world of anxiety. How to get us out of this world of anxiety and help us to achieve our spiritual perfection. So, Krishna, therefore, in order to assist us, gives us instructions, just as he is giving these instructions to Arjuna. So, Krishna says, you should know that if you practice the path of bhakti yoga, there will be nothing to be lost, nothing to fear. And actually, this will protect you from the most dangerous type of fear. And what is that most dangerous type of fear? Mahatbhaya. Means the fear of death. Everyone is fearing death. What will happen when this body dies? What is in that great beyond? But one can be peaceful, one can be satisfied to know there is a better destination waiting for all of us if we're always living our life in harmony with God. It's like the criminal. He's always in anxiety because he's always living his life outside the law. So there's always the anxiety he's going to be caught. That prison time may be awaiting him. So it's an outcome of his own actions. He's in this anxiety. They may be caught at some time and be thrown in the prison. So he's in this anxiety. So the living being is something like in a similar condition. He's in anxiety because he's living outside the law of God. So he's afraid. It is the outcome of action which is opposed to the service of the Lord. So why is there so much anxiety within this world? We can conclude mankind is living outside the service of God. Just as if we were criminals living outside the law, then there's always the anxiety we're going to be caught. It's a built-in reciprocation for our negative actions. It is a part of the karmic law. Because you can never do anything which is inauspicious or sinful without seeing the repercussion come to you. And it begins with your own anxieties, your own mental anxiety. So in this way it also comes for mankind when they live outside the service of God. We can't be peaceful. And we're always fearful. But just think, if you always knew that the Supreme Lord, Krishna, was there, your friend was there, to support you, to help you in every circumstance. Therefore, what is there to fear when you have a friend behind you like Krishna? When God is there on your side, what is there to fear? Is there anything that is greater than God? No. Therefore, nothing can overpower God. We have elements that can overpower us. Death can overpower us, therefore we fear it. Other living beings can overpower us, therefore we fear them. We have to keep guns. Nature itself can overpower us through its mighty winds and rains and like that. Therefore we fear hurricanes or that which we have no control over. Earthquakes. These things we have no control over. We fear them, therefore. That which we have no control over, we fear. But God has nothing that can overpower Him. Therefore, He has nothing to fear. What does Krishna have to fear? Nothing. And if we take shelter of Him, what do we have to fear? Because He can set every situation right. He can give us protection in every circumstance. In the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you take shelter of me, he tells Arjuna. Now just take shelter of me. Do not fear. I will protect you. In every circumstance, I am your protector. What a friend to have. And that's our opportunity now, to make friendship with the Supreme Lord. That is Krishna's kindness. He's come here to make friends with us. Krishna has come to accept our friendship. He's giving him His friendship to us. He says, I am here. I'm here to speak Bhagavad Gita, and I'm giving you some good words of advice. Become my friend. Surrender to me. Become my devotee. Think of me. Worship me. I will protect you in all circumstances, and you'll come to me. So you should have no fear. So the Lord, He descends within this world to give us such advice and encouragement. That we should take to the side of devotion to God. We have two choices. We have free will, and we have two choices. To act in accordance with God's will, or to live outside of God's will. That's the only choice we really have. We have free will, but we have the right to either submit ourselves to the will of God, or to live outside of the will of God. The choice is yours. Krishna also tells Arjuna after so many instructions. He says, now the choice is yours. You can act in accordance with my instructions and thus achieve a glorious end. Or, if you want to set out on your own course of action, independent mentality, separatist ideas, then you will have to suffer the consequences. So there's really no choice there. For the wise man, he understands what he has to do. He has to submit himself to the will of God. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose. Their aim is one. And the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched. For those who have understood this wisdom, they are focused on their goal. There is no second thing which is worth obtaining but the attainment of the Supreme Lord. But those whose intelligence is scattered, they're looking out into this world and seeing there are so many options, but options provided by who? Maya.